Hi, my name is Mackenzie Dolch, and this is my presentation on reviews. And let's go. So, what was your worst restaurant experience? And what was your best? How many of you have had a bad restaurant experience? How many of you have had a good restaurant experience? Which one can you remember more? Most people have had a bad experience stick in their mind longer than a good one. We expect good service. How many of you are likely to tell others about a bad experience? Studies show that when you have a bad experience, you tell 9 to 15 other people about that experience. That's a lot of changing opinions. We at Taste Buddies know how devastating a bad review can be for a business, but we also know how profitable a good review can be. So, we are a company who has been around for over a decade. Taste Buddies Consulting is committing to enhancing the customer experience through innovative communication strategies, personalized marketing, and efficiency. We ensure that companies thrive in a competitive market. We have helped over 100 restaurants over the Southeast United States improve operations, brand imaging, increase customer loyalty, and we have a combined $20 million of annual revenue increase to these businesses. Our company has even garnered numerous awards and magazine appearances. At Taste Buddies, we value showing respect, honesty, trustworthiness, and adaptability. We strive to inspire innovation and work towards continuous learning. With that said, we turn down contracts if we believe we cannot deliver any real value. We only work with businesses that are committed to quality, equity, and ethical treatment of staff and customers. So, who are we? We are a group of college friends who, when going to one of our local favorite restaurants, saw attendance shrink. And we knew we had to do something to save our favorite restaurant. My friends and I met on campus, decided we would take this restaurant under our wings, and used our various backgrounds in order to bring this restaurant back from the brink. We elevated the atmosphere while still keeping the mom and pop charm, educated the wait staff on communication styles, and worked together to gather meaningful reviews. But who am I? My name is Mac Dolch. I am our ambiance coordinator. I have a background in illustration as well as marketing. I help create a well thought out vibe for our clients and act upon it. I've worked in restaurants for years throughout college. I have a lot of boots on the ground experience in operations, and I have used my education and experience to help our clients gain more patronage and hopefully become that third spot that so many businesses are trying to become. Everything we discuss here today is going to be important to the growth, longevity, and profitability of your businesses. How you present your business, communicate, and serve your clientele is key to your success. We will start with my local favorite, Taste of Lemon. And this is just to show you how important some of these traits are. We reviewed this restaurant. It was opened in 1972, but is located in a church building originally built in 1892. They serve Southern comfort and is a much loved spot in LaGrange, Georgia. They are known for their meat and three type dishes, which include meat and your choice of sides. They rotate out their meat selection daily, and considering what the chef decides and what is fresh, they also update their menu. It makes you feel like you're eating a Sunday meal at grandma's house. Some of their other competitors in the area are Cooter's Catfish and Gus's Grill. They both serve Southern Comfort style dishes, but Taste of Lemon does stick out thanks to their ambiance as well as their changing menu. Um, Taste of Lemon does offer a more bespoke dining experience just due to the fact of their location and their changing menu. Um, so, for some strengths and weaknesses, strengths are It is a very unique dining experience. Many reviewers have commented on the freshness of the food as well as the southern charm. Another strength often mentioned is that it's hard to mimic their location. A beautiful church, a beautiful old church, is brought up in a lot of reviews. Loved the feel of eating in this revamped old church, a fun place to eat. With true Southern comfort also comes Southern hospitality, with our reviewers commenting, quote, our waitress went over and above to make our event stress-free. Um, we have also seen in unfortunately with some of our strengths do come our weaknesses. um, Although these weaknesses can be a good building block to improve upon ourselves, sometimes even our charm with our location can even become a weakness for some of our reviewers. Some reviewers even state the place looks dirty and run down, while others comment too expensive for the amount of food. Although the atmosphere of a historic church may appeal to many, others consider it outdated. Portion sizes could be improved upon as well as the pricing of the restaurant. All of this information is a great roadmap to success. We all hate to get a bad review, but a bad review can be used to improve. Looking at our competition, it seems that even our competitors are having these same statements made. Maybe we can fill that niche by elevating our strengths. Now, what would I recommend to Taste of Lemon going forward? And what would make or break our business? One of the great things about Taste of Lemon is their location. Many reviewers mention the historic location is one of the reasons they go. I believe a small exhibit on the business might intrigue some new guests. With their ample space and location, another opportunity would be to host weddings. Now, we have also seen in their reviews that the food was cold many times. What I would recommend is a more consistent food warmer. You see these in a lot of commercial kitchens. With Southern style food, a lot of it has to be made earlier, so you would want to invest in something that does keep your meals warm. Um, with creating an event space, I really do believe that this would increase revenue as well as create some appeal. Fixing up their garden outside that they do have would be a lovely event space for them. I also believe that posting a schedule where they show their changing menus would be a very nice addition, as well as showing what events are currently going on. So, previewing closures on a personal website, which they don't currently have, would be very, very helpful. And then I also recommend they could also create public events. So they don't have to be doing a private event. They could be doing a public event for Easter, Mother's Day, things like that, that could bring more traffic. Um, with this, I also have just a list of everything that they can use in order to show their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Some of the strengths, of course, are they're located in that historic building. I really do believe that they could benefit from a almost farmers market type space there, as well as a exhibit showing the age of the building and the history of it, possibly bringing in a historian to look for any kind of facts going in the past about it. I also love their changing menu. I think that brings a lot more people because you're not eating the same things over and over. And long-standing history. It's been open since 1972. That's really amazing with a lot of restaurants. Of course, with the weaknesses is the inconsistent food temperatures. Nobody likes a cold meal. Nobody wants to have their food reheated in a microwave for them. I also think the inconsistent schedule is a big problem with many people, and keeping up with that historic building. Opportunities, of course, are hosting wedding receptions in the garden that they have on the side, figuring out a better event space, and like I said before, possibly bringing in a farmer's market in their large space that they do have. Threats that they do have to their business are their small portions, their unclear hours. Nobody knows when they can eat at Taste of Lemon. People want to eat at Taste of Lemon, but it seems to always be closed. Many people do perceive it as expensive, and we are entering a recession. So larger portion sizes usually show people that this place isn't as expensive. You're paying a lot for the food, but you bring a lot home, is something that many people do enjoy. But in summary, these reviews are crucial to making your business the best that they can be. Your customers will let you know what they like and what they do not like. You can show your customers you're different from the rest, the best of the best, by taking your customers' advice. Make your restaurant the place they want to be. And again, I have really enjoyed sharing this with all of you today. Please take my advice and make sure you're taking the advice of your customers. Now, as a big thank you for taking the time to listen to our presentation. We do have hats by the door with our slogan on it. We do also have our contact info provided on cards, and they will be available on screen as well, so you can take a picture of it. And again, thank you very, very much for all of your time here today. I hope you have a great day.